Hello and welcome to Bounty and Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounty and Comics. And today I got a story about Batman writer Tom King accusing the United States Senator from Texas, Ted Cruz, of being a traitor to the United States of America. He even called for Cruz to resign from his political office. So, let's provide some context on where King's comments originated from. His accusations against Cruz came after the senator had a discussion with the Daily Wire's Michael J. Knowles discussing President Joe Biden's environmental policies on the most recent episode of Verdict with Ted Cruz. During their discussion, Knowles asked Cruz, quote, "When we think about the difference between populism and elitism and all of these isms that are coming up, what is the future for the Republican Party? And is there any way that we can stop this inevitable flow of progressive history?" Cruz would answer the question in three parts. When he got to the third part, he began to discuss the inevitability part of the question and brought up Thanos and Avengers Endgame. He stated, in a third point, you talked about inevitable, and I have to say it brought to mind Avengers Endgame. And you know, John Kerry doesn't quite have the massive Thanos hands and fingers, but you can see the inevitable in the finger snapping. He continued saying, and it actually what is interesting, and Endgame is curious, have you noticed in how many movies how often rabid environmentalists are the bad guys? Whether it's Thanos or go to Watchmen. The view of the left is people are a disease. They buy into the Malthusian lie that there are too many people in the world, that people are bad, and everything would be better if we had fewer people. Cruz concluded saying, I mean, Thanos wanted to eliminate 50% of the life forms in the universe with one finger snapping. A clip from the show would be shared to Twitter by Media Matters researcher Jason Campbell. It's this clip that Tom King would respond to and proceed to accuse Ted Cruz of being a traitor. King wrote, hey, Ted Cruz, I say this as a comic book writer, as someone who served his country in 2 wars, as someone who saw with my own eyes the insurrection January 6th. Senator, you're a bad guy, you're a villain, you're a traitor, and again and again and again, you're a loser, resign. Accusations like this are nothing new from Tom King. Back in July 2020, the former Batman writer and the current co-writer for the upcoming New Gods film took to Twitter to insinuate that DC Comics artist Jay Lee was part of a, quote, hate group. King took issue with the fact that Lee did a variant cover for Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog 2 Wrecked Planet. However, he would only target Lee after DC Comics posted to Twitter Lee's variant cover for Rorschach #1, which King was writing. King wrote, today DC put out an alternate cover for Rorschach by Jay Lee, who has also done covers for Comicsgate, a hate group. DC does not consult creators on alternate covers. I reached out to them to express my deep disappointment. As far as I'm concerned, this is the cover to Rorschach #1. King would eventually issue an apology after Lee responded to King's actions on Instagram, writing, I'm writing this because I'm angry. These irresponsible tweets are not harmless. They do not just go away. They have real-world consequences. They can take away your job, your life, your memories. King posted his apology to Twitter, writing, as I have done privately, I'd like to publicly apologize to Jay Lee for my actions a few days ago. I should have talked with Jay before I sent a tweet about him that put his career at risk. I made a critical mistake and I'm profoundly sorry. He added, I will do what I can to repair this with Jay and I will do better in the future. I'm not going to offer explanations because they sound like excuses and I'm not asking for forgiveness or understanding. I'm just saying I see what I did and I'm trying to make up for it. Thank you. King has also previously attacked Superman actor Dean Cain. He attacked Cain after he appeared on Fox News and stated, I promise you, as Superman, I wouldn't be allowed to say truth, justice, and the American way. King took issue with these comments and called Cain a mother effer. He wrote on Twitter, mother effer, I put it in a comic this year, shaking my head. As for why he attacked Cain, King claims it was because of a joke that Cain made regarding wearing a mask on a plane. King wrote, the MF was an insult because you use your platform to discourage people from wearing masks, which will cost lives, the opposite of what Superman would do. King then proceeded to further insult Cain, writing, I don't know if I'm tough, but I did fight for my country overseas and didn't just wear a cape in front of a camera. Ironically, Cain would actually be proven right despite King's evidence. YouTuber Just Some Guy pointed out that Superman doesn't actually say, I believe in truth, justice, and the American way in the comic. Rather, it's the soldier he's talking to that says it. Just Some Guy writes, you know, it really helped your arguing if the character who said, I believe in truth, justice, and the American way was Superman and not the soldier. I don't know what's sadder, that you can't follow the captions, or that you can't remember your own work. So this isn't out of the ordinary for Tom King. He seems to attack people he disagrees with politically, and he does so in pretty visceral ways, where he's actually trying to, in this case, he's trying to get Ted Cruz to resign. With Jay Lee, it was apparent that he was trying to ruin his career. And then with Dean Cain, he just decided to randomly attack him with false evidence. So it's really hard to even kind of like looking back at Tom King's apology to even kind of see that as being sincere, as he continues to do the same thing now with Ted Cruz, where he's just trying to attack people, I think, just to attack them. It's really sad, and I kind of pity him. Because I mean, if that's all you're doing on Twitter, you really have a sad existence. And hopefully he will reflect, have some internal reflection, and see what he's doing is not right, and he will realize that. But I don't think he will, and I think he will continue doing what he does, because that's usually what people like Tom King do. That's my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you think. My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding into Comics.